Check out my Patreon for many mods collection and load order services. Learn more in description or in the pinned comment. Welcome back inside the Hidden Outbox Gamer, I'm Chris, and this is ultra modded Fallout 4 load order for Xbox Series X/S. Note that if you are on the Xbox One family, it is preferable to use the load order with less graphic mods, so you can either watch this video and skip the biggest texture mods, or use this one linked in the top right corner. With this project, I am very confident that I really found the very best set of mods for Fallout 4 on Xbox. As always, all the mods are linked in the pinned comment in the correct load order. Let's begin! Okay, before everything else, there are two important things. First, we will be using the FPS boost provided by the Xbox itself because the 60 FPS mods currently available conflict with the textures we are installing in a nasty way. So, with Fallout 4 closed on the Xbox, press start over its icon and apply the FPS boost under the compatibility settings. Then the other thing that I wanted to tell you is that any mods with self-explanatory names will only be mentioned by name without details. For the master files, we're installing the unofficial Fallout 4 patch UF4P XB1, 76 weathers for the climate, and XB1 budget limit remover v3.0 to let you build as much as you want in settlements. In the foundation section, instead, we find the following mods to further fix bugs or improve the quality of life of Fallout 4. A Touch of Life Complete, Unique Wasteland Experience Stable to let you customize a lot of peculiar and specific game mechanics, XB1 Eli's Tweaks and Fixes all in one, and Crafting Error Corrections Xobium. Let's now take a look at the menus and UI section. In the pinned comment you will find many languages for the full dialogue series of mods. Pick yours and you will get a complete written preview of each dialogue option of Fallout 4 when talking to NPCs. Then, Xbox first-person messages transforms the game's pop-up warnings in first-person thoughts. This is then followed by no more cast radio test sound when XP gained by Liquid Bronze, adjustable UI volume sliders XB1 which you can find in the audio settings of Fallout 4, show PA compass marker to always show you in which direction your power armor is, regardless of its distance, and faster terminal displays XB1. Taking instead a look at the craftable items, we have the following Xbox mods to make new items, most of which are craftable at game stations unless specified otherwise. Cross Jetpack XB1 lets you craft a jet sprinter to sprint faster and jump higher, but if you want a proper jetpack you can upgrade it at an armor modification workbench. Backpack as Armor Add-on 1.02 lets you increase the carry weight limit of your armor via modifications at the armor workbench. Then there is Craftable Dog Armor, Cyborg Cybernetic Enhancements to power up yourself, Automatron Securitron to mix and match the Securitron parts with the Automatron robots, Commonwealth Vehicles to make throwable grenades that spawn vehicles capable of transporting your companions, that nuke mod you've been asking for to create holotapes that launch nukes, of which I strongly encourage to read the full description in its link, and the Blacksmith's Crafting Expansion version 27 to create an item creation workbench in any settlement, which allows you to create from scratch and with the proper materials, armor pieces, weapons, clothes and ammo. In the settlement building section that is already aided by the master files, we will also introduce all settlements extended XB1 to have bigger areas in each settlement, and Crimson Rider's convenient power and electricity to build the electric parts of settlements more easily. Moving instead in the mods that improve or add gameplay mechanics, we have everyone's best friend Dogmeat plus companion at the same time Xbox, Destructible Ammo Xbox, Bowl a fetching mod, which allows you to transform a baseball into a throwable chewed bowl by giving it to Dogmeat and then equip it as a weapon to play with Dogmeat, Robotic Splash to hack any turret, Gatling Laser Ammo Fix XB1 to improve the consumption of ammo of the Gatling Laser, Weightless Item Mods XB1, Companion Infinite Ammo XB1, Lockpicking and Hacking Unrestricted, Explosive Entry XB1 to try and blow up any lock that you weren't able to crack, Persuasion New Vegas Style Xbox One to eliminate the random element in Persuasion speech checks, and Get Unstuck for Xbox One to add an unstuck item in the aid section of your inventory for when you're stuck in the game's geometry. In the level progression section we have just bonus perk points on level up XB1 to make your empowerment a little bit speedier. Then for the perks there are 3 mods, the first of which is only suggested for new characters, Special to give you more special points at the start of the game but not allowing them to be improved over time, Better Companion Perks XB1, and Mutations for Fallout 4 XB1 to add Fallout 76's mutation inside Fallout 4, which comes with a holotape containing a description of each individual mutation. Time to talk about the loot. Cars Trucks Lootable makes so that you can loot intact cars and trucks. Better Diamond City XB1 to make the city's workbench share resources and give merchants way more items to sell. And for the items held by enemies, there are DLC ammo leveled list XB1 to add the ammo of DLCs in the Commonwealth, and no legendary items from creatures XB1 because that's dumb. To improve Fallout 4's audio on Xbox, we have Commonwealth Warfare realistic gun sounds and bullet cracks, Commonwealth Warfare explosions, no ear-ringing sounds, and Reverb and Ambience Overhaul All DLC version XB1 or Reverb and Ambience Overhaul XB1. You can watch a small demo of these mods in the video in the top right corner. For the music instead I installed Fallout Music Integrated Redux to mix the music themes of previous Fallout titles with the ones of Fallout 4, and Darkstar Radio XB1 to add a new amazing radio for your Pip-Boy. The mods that improve the looks of the weather upon the master file we already saw are Better Graphics and Weather DLC or Better Graphics and Weather no DLC if you don't have them, Solid Alignment Tweak Better Dawn and Dusk XB1, Sun Shadows in Real Time, and XB1 Enhanced Flickering Firelight to make the lights of fires and other minor items more unique and distinguished from the other light sources. Let's now list everything that regards graphics and animations. Remember to follow the order of installation of this video for the mods, and be prepared because this is a big list. NPC Height Adjustment XB1 to make so that you are not shorter than everyone. Reptilic Deathclothes by Nucanist 1K. Fallout 3 MV Ferragus Replacer. Enhanced Vanilla Body EFB with Immersive Underwear by Crimson Rider. Glowing Animals Emit Light All DLC XB1 or Glowing Animals Emit Light XB1. XB1 Swinging Animated Meatbags. Power Armor Quick Enter and Exit Xbox One. Reanimation Pack for Submachine Gun. Reanimation Pack for Combat Shotgun and Rifle. Double Barrel Shotgun Reload Animation Replacer. 10mm Pistol Reanimation Pack. XB1 Reanimated Steam Pack. Immersive Face Animations Remade IFR Serious Version XB1, Realistic Death Physics No Animation XB1, Cross-Crit Core Overhaul to make so that humanoid and Deathclaw enemies disintegrated by energy weapons leave their skeleton on the ground, Enhanced Blood Textures 1K, XB1 Improved Lighting Ballistics, XB1 Realistic Bullets Improved Lighting Ballistics Edition, Extreme Particles Overhaul XB1, XB1 All Laser Weapons Retextured Gatling Musket Institute, Post-Apocalyptic Homemade Weapons Replacer Pipe Weapons, Post-Apocalyptic Homemade Weapons Replacer Assault Rifle, Chuki Galaxy with Mid Mapping, Flaconwell's Retexture Project, which is the biggest and best collection of textures for Fallout 4 that I only suggest for Series X and S, the 3 Vivid Fallout HD Landscapes by Hein84, Vivid Fallout HD Rocks by Hein84, Vivid Fallout HD Trees by Hein84 that were installed because I wasn't sure if the previous mod also covered those areas, Dilapidated Roads Faded, Gritty Subway Stations XB1, Illuminated Billboards Lighting No Broken Billboards XB1, Bust Stop Lighting, Red Rockets Glare 2 XB1, Starlight Ravine and Diner XB1, and Wet Water Enhancement Textures by Sparrow Prince. After the big time graphics, Fallout 4 still needs some gameplay refinements. The non-combat NPC AI is taken care of with Fallout 4 AI Overhaul, Superb Settlers XP1, Hashit Medium version, Companions Can Sneak, and SBS Simply Better Sneaking. Now we need to add more spawned NPCs with XB1 settlement population increase and new exotic enemies Xbox. This is then followed by 2 mods that improve the looks of human NPCs, which are XB1 Clean Faces of Settlers and the NPCs Are Not Cartoons AIO by Drum XB1. With all that concerns NPCs out of the way, let's add some small open world additions with Indubitable Ivy Dead, and also some multiple areas open world alterations with Plenty of Exploration Xbox One, new interiors and exteriors to explore, Stumbleable Interiors XB1, and Cities Overhaul Complete XB1. After this, it's time to improve balance in combat thanks to Immersive Fallout DLC or Immersive Fallout non-DLC to tweak everything about Fallout 4's combat on Xbox down to the movement speed, balanced weapons, enemy scaling revamped, Vaultman, enemies and bosses XB1, Immortal Cats, the most important mod of any game ever, Dogmeat buff, and stronger vertebrates. To be sure the difficulty is right for you, start playing at the lowest one and try to increase it in a few subsequent firefights to check out how you feel about it. I felt normal being a great middle ground even with all these mods installed, but your experience may be different from mine. In the section featuring Xbox mods that modify the Pip-Boy or map, we have Vanilla Pip Flashlight XB1 to better explore dark areas, and more map markers XB1. Finally, the bottom of the load order contains Enhanced Decal Draw Distance Ultra version, remove Grassfault XB1, and there was a Firefight XB1 to expand the believability of some graphic areas of Fallout 4, followed by longer headlamp light distant 2x, death effects removed XB1, and intensity ENB-like graphical enhancements without the hassle to manipulate the colors of Fallout 4. For this ultimate Fallout 4 load order, I increased contrast 4 times, decreased the saturation 3 times, and increased the lighting 2 times. Perfect, the list is complete, but you still need to know that some of the areas of Boston's city center had frame drops of light or in some cases medium entities. But luckily these areas are only some selected places of the city center. Instead, since there aren't as many complex settings as in the ultimate Skyrim load order, I already explained all of them through the video. Seriously, for unique wasteland experience table, it is better that each player customizes its option individually because there isn't any wrong option in my opinion. Did you enjoy your time with the video? Leave a like if so, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and game on!